Hello, good evening, and welcome to Rolling Escapades Season 2, Episode 44, Part 1, the web series in which we play Dungeons & Dragons and put it online for your entertainment. You'll laugh, you'll cry, and you'll come away feeling extremely entertained. As always, we have an artist. His name is Christopher Rolls. He's done some awesome art, such as the thing that way. Wrong hand, and my hand doesn't show up anyway, so I can't even point, but it's above Sam. There you go. There'll be links in appropriate places to where you can go and get commissions from him on Facebook and go and check out his DM's Guild products to purchase things such as Izzy's slightly used airships. Excuse me. Welcome. Last week, you guys did your descent down the Soulless Peaks. You had a discussion about whether you wanted to go hunt down the lone Sorrow Sworn or just leave it be. It was decided in the end that it was too dangerous and that it would be better just to carry on your path. Once you hit the foothills, you heard drums coming from the direction of Blightfall, and decided that you would make a new path through the foothills to avoid... take a new path, not make a new path, take a new path. To avoid Blightfall at all, as much as possible. As you came out the edge of the foothills, you came to a large plain, which you could see a horde of zombies making their way from towards Blightfall, where you could see not only were there drums coming from that direction, there were large bonfires lit that were attracting them across the plains. Derek worked out a method in which him and Erebus could act as bait and drag the zombies slightly in front of the group, allowing the Aasimar to mostly move across the plain unhurt. Unfortunately, on the journey, it was you did spot a large flying reptilian creature above you, and it was pointed out to some of the Aasimar, who freaked out, and 5 of them ran off. 2 of them were subdued and held back. Unfortunately, 3 ran directly into hordes of undead and died. You were able to identify the creature as a gold shadow dragon, and later when it went to land near Brightfall, you were able to spot that it had a rider on its back. Following on from there, you rested. That train is particularly loud, I apologise. And carried on through the foothills of Nagpa's Curse. Unfortunately, Shamshir and Par took a wrong turning at some point, and you ended up a little lost, and where you didn't want to be, where you encountered a collection of Sorrow Sworn. You were dragged into the fight with the Sorrow Sworn, but through use of banishment and their overall ineffectiveness, you lost 2 Aasimar, and that was about the only threat to the party. You did attract some zombies during the encounter, but Derek made use of a lit torch and invisibility to drag them away from the group, and you were able to make your way safely back down mountainside to where you had taken a wrong turning, and from there passed through the foothills of Nagpa's Curse, taking another rest with little incident. The following day, you headed out from the foothills in a direct line towards Jack's ship, noticing that once again you were being trailed by this gold shadow dragon. When you reached the bay where Jack had kept his ship, the dragon landed on the cliffside, and the rider got off and perched himself on the cliffside to just watch as you made your way down across to the boat. Derek engaged him in a conversation via the use of message spell, in which not much information was actually transferred. Except for the fact that he was interested in you, but didn't really care about who or what you were or what you were doing. He was merely just watching. He didn't specify why, but he was just watching.
We did get his name, I believe.
You did.
Was about it though.
A name.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
The
That's
name
probably
he wants
closer.
us to know. Yeah.
He gave you a name. This is true.
All I can think is the admin officer from Monsters Inc. Just always watching.
You spent another night on the boat, which did cause another few levels of corruption to appear amongst the party before, in the morning, making agreements with Jack for his crew and the Aasimar group to remain sardine-like in the lower decks, and for you guys and Fira, Ulda, and Inray to help with the rigging. So,
And then they'll die.
yeah.
Fitting into the campaign.
Everyone died. That's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It was a pleasure.
And you wake up and it's all a dream.
You wake up and you're in the back of a cart, slowly going along a mountain path.
Yeah.
Wrong game.
Okay. So we left off as you guys went into the storm, ready to begin the journey. So that is where we are. You've entered the storm, and you will remember this from the last time when you entered from the other side previously. It is sudden thrashing of waves. There is lightning striking down into the sea around you. Through the parts of the cloud you see the various types of magic schools represented. There are sections where it's raining down fire. There are parts where the sea is crusting over into ice and stone and wood and things like that before it's disappearing. It is, as before, it is a maelstrom of magic and thunder and lightning and unpleasantness. You also do notice that the beginning of this storm is this way around is the same ferocity as it was when you left it. So you are, rather than slowly building up into a harder storm, you are starting at the hardest point and making your way out.
I'd like to quickly tie myself to the mast.
That's right, yes. As people so you have time as you're making your way into the storm to prepare in any way, if anyone wanted to prepare.
Tying myself to the mast.
I think we're all tying ourselves up somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I tie a piece of rope to one of my crossbow bolts.
Okay.
Does this ship have one of those small cranes on board that's used to load cargo on and off?
No,
just okay. Never mind then.
it does not.
And when they wash the windows.
Twin wanted to play Crane Simulator.
No, I wanted to tie myself to the crane so I could run around in a big circle and still do stuff.
For ease, Shamshir is going to go below deck.
Yep.
Just
He's had a long day. He's had a long day.
It's been a difficult long day for Shamshir.
Liam. What?
I've got enough to. Let's be honest, I've got enough to. So, was that everyone is tying themselves to the mast, or are some people not tying themselves to the mast? Okay.
I'm not.
Is there anything else I can tie myself
Not,
to?
yeah, not to the mast. Somewhere else in the ship.
It's difficult if there's all of us tied to this one thing as opposed
There are
to...
multiple masts.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
All being tied to the same one doesn't sound good.
Tie myself to the side.
Yeah, you can tie
pick a
yourself to the side.
Do that.
Port or starboard.
Either or. I think it makes
No, not the oars. Port or starboard.
Okay, so we've got Icarus, Par, and Eldoran tied to the middle mast, I assume.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah.
Can it be tied in such a way that I've got some slack? So you've got sort of me, the mast, and then a rope between the two where I've tied myself like that. Does that make sense? So I've got a bit of
Yeah, that
maneuver
was
room.
the idea. Is that it's tied to the rope, and then you've got like 30 foot of room to play with. I think. Not
Okay.
just you are tied
So-
flush
so
against the
that-
mast.
Not like, sort of tied up like that, tight around the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not binding yourself to the mast. You're
yeah, okay.
That was my next question: is how much room are you giving yourself? Bearing in mind the ship is only about 15. It's sort of like 20 foot wide. So if you're tying yourself to the mast,
If everyone's got a bit of rope, tie one bit of rope around the mast, and then you guys put rope around your waist, and then tie that rope to the bit of rope around the mast.
That's what I
We're
meant.
leashing
It's the
ourselves,
noose on either
essentially.
side.
Not a noose. Well, it's a leash, not a noose.
No,
Yeah, that's a very different thing.
It's not a noose yet.
not yet a noose. How much slack are people wanting to leave in their ropes that they're attaching themselves to the boat with?
I want to be able to get to the side.
yeah, essentially.
Okay. So you can get to the side. Obviously, the tighter the rope, the less movement you have, the less you'll be able to help with the actual rigging.
We Par and Eldran need to get the rigging, because they're the strongest ones who can actually do things to the rigging.
Yes, we're also the most likely to be catapulted off the side of the ship.
Yeah, but you're tied to the mast, so
Or we tie ourselves to one set of rigging and that's it.
How long did it take us to get from entering the storm to the island?
It was about a day from your perspective.
Our perspective, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was about 7 days in real time.
Yeah. But
So yes, it took about.
it's more how it is for us is the more important thing. Okay.
it's a whole session.
Yeah, it's a thing. Let me just check how long the ship itself actually is. It's not that one. Not that one. There you go. It is that one. Right. So the ship is 20 feet wide. So if you tied yourself to the middle mast, you'd be in the middle. 10 foot would get you to either side. But the actual length of the main deck is 40 feet, not including the interior parts and the masts on the forecastle and quarter deck. So if you tied yourself with 10 foot of slack, you won't go over the side of the boat, but you're also going to be not doing very much.
Can you still get to the rigging from there?
With 10 foot of rope, you could get to a 10-foot section of the rigging to help on either side.
That's fine, that'll do.
Yeah, as long as we're on different masts, that's alright.
So how wide did you say the boat was, or the ship was?
20 foot.
20 foot.
Maybe go for a 20-foot slack, so then you can go over the edge, but you can just climb straight back on because you're tied to the rope. You won't actually hit the water, so you won't get the effects that we got, like the burning, the really hot water last time.
You won't
But-
actually
As long as the
fall
rope
off.
holds.
Yeah, there is that. But it should only be your weight that's the strain, and it's a proper rope.
And that's what the other people on the same mast are there to help with, to make sure
Yeah.
you don't fall off.
Yeah, sure, make it 20.
20? Okay.
I think if I'm at the side, then I might just do 10 because that means I can get to the middle, can't I? I should be able to, at least halfway.
If you
Yeah, but the deck's 40 foot long, so if you've only got you can get to 20 foot of that side of the. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
True.
Yeah. So if you're the main mast, the middle mast is right in the middle of the deck. If you have a 10-foot long rope, you cannot reach all the rigging. It is physically impossible for a 10-foot long anyone who's got a 10-foot long bit of rope to reach all of the rigging. If you want to be able to reach all of it, it needs to be at least 20 feet. The 20 feet probably won't have you hit the water. Doesn't mean a wave won't smack into you. But even like 20 feet going underwater tied to a rope is still better than what you had before, which was once people hit the water, they just started sinking.
Yeah. Most people.
Yeah. All the people wearing heavy armor hit the water and just started to sink because there's nothing they can do about it.
I'll do 20 then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to do 10. I just want to get to either side of the ship that I'm at because I can't risk going into the water at all in any capacity.
It's possibly safe for those in heavy armor to have a shorter one just in case.
I'm
I
happy
weigh
having
the
20.
same as an anchor. I'm not going anywhere near the water.
The backup anchor.
Yeah. Give me a potion of water breathing and I will act like an anchor.
And if you
I'll pass you a
want, I'm
potion of
pretty sure we
water
have-
breathing.
Thank you. Didn't realise you actually
Well
had
then.
one.
we picked one up ages
well-
ago.
We got those a long time ago.
Oh, it's handy to have.
It never ended up getting used, but yeah, one of you two is probably better off for this.
So with 10 foot of a rope, you're not going to be able to contribute much to holding the rigging up.
Well, no, because if I'm on the central mast, I can get to either side where the rigging is, and I can just deal with the rigging at that side. I can get to those pulley systems that are at the edge of the ship. I'll only be able to do the 2. That's it. I won't be able to run round and hit everything. But those 2 I will cover.
Okay. Okay, so you're doing 10 foot, and where's my map gone? There it is. Right. Sorry, Erebus, you're doing 20 foot and tied to front mast, middle mast, back mast.
He's talking to you, Sam.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay. Just checking.
Okay, whilst you're thinking, Pa is doing 10 foot middle mast.
Yep.
Well, I was gonna be on the side.
So do you want to be tied to the middle mast?
No, I was gonna be tied to the side, on one side of the ship.
Right, you're tying yourself to the side
Not
of
to
the
the
ship.
mast.
Right, okay. Do you want to be left or right?
Right.
Okay. Elderon, you're doing 20
Ship,
foot?
starboard. He's on starboard. He's not on the
Yeah,
right.
I know, but he wasn't going to know what it was, so I just said right or left. Elderon, are you doing 20 foot?
Yeah.
Cool. And middle, front, back, side?
I will do the aft mast.
Cool. So you are next to Jack, because that's where the wheel is.
Can we tie Shamsha on the very front like a figurehead?
Derek, you're not tying.
Nope.
Icarus, you're muted.
Yes, middle mast, 20 foot.
20 foot middle. And Aegis,
The front.
front 20 foot.
Yep. And I'm gonna hide in the curve at the front of the ship so the water can't hit me from side to side.
Well, you can't be hiding if you want to help the rigging.
I am gonna help, but I'm gonna be waiting there until I see something that needs help with.
So you won't you won't be there because you're going to have to constantly be doing ropes and
Oh,
whatnot.
okay, yeah, no, I'll be waiting the thing then.
Yeah, because otherwise the ship will capsize.
Yeah.
Okay, with where people are, we've got 2 in the middle, 1 there. Okay, so we'll put Fira's going to come front with Aegis. She'll tie herself as well, 20 foot. We'll put In Ray in the middle with. She's gonna take herself. Oh no, she'll take. She's gonna give herself 30 foot, so she can move around a little bit more. And we'll put all of that up back. With 20 foot with Eldoran. Wonderful. We have our.
Does anyone want health potions before we get going with this craziness?
I'm actually alright, thank you.
Alderan, I also have a health potion of water breathing if you're feeling like sinking tonight.
I don't plan on going swimming, so thanks.
No one planned on it last time, mate. But
Yeah, this time I've got mitigating manoeuvres in place. This time, I've tied myself to something. Water breathing's great, except pressure will still crush you to death.
so when the middle mast breaks off and falls in the water, we're losing like 2/3 of the party just instantly.
Actually, can you conjure a steed that will be able to swim?
No,
No,
I don't think you can conjure a seahorse.
no.
Not that you can ride one.
Thinking something a bit bigger than a seahorse, but okay.
All right, a
A
giant
whale.
seal.
Whale then. Right, so you are in the storm. Everyone is tied up where they want to be. You are ready to go. The rocking begins almost immediately. There is water, like waves crashing into the side of the ship, spilling water onto the upper deck. You know, when you got to the end of the storm, the waves were, sort of bigger than the boat kind of thing. So as we're going, I would like everyone to make acrobatics checks, please, because the water is hitting and it is hitting hard.
Here we go. And I'm nowhere near Eldoran, am I?
Oh yeah.
No, but it doesn't matter anyway to check.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow.
Acrobatics, you said, yeah?
Acrobatics, yeah.
Nice.
That's a good start.
Let me just do all these people. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Erebus, what did you roll?
15.
15. Cool. Cool. So you are knocked prone and will fly over the side of the boat. Your rope is
Oh, here comes the bullshit.
20 foot. Okay, so you are going to, because of the height of the waves, you're not going to be constantly in it, but you are going to be hitting water, but you are over the side. Par, what did you roll?
17.
17. That is a fail. So you are full prone. You cannot fall off the side of the boat because of the tightness of the rope.
Yes.
But the rope. Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh, lordy.
As the rope tied around your waist just suddenly cuts into the bottom into your stomach.
17 again.
17. Okay. You take 0 points of damage because it's halved and I rolled a 1. Eldoran, what did you roll?
A 0.
A 0. Okay.
Wow. Well
So
done.
you also go off the side of the boat. Derek, what did you get?
22. 22.
22. Okay. You completely maintain your footing. You are fine. Icarus,
21.
21. You also maintain your footing. You are fine. Aegis,
21.
you are also fine. Good for you guys.
Yeah, Team Purple Helix. Yeah.
Fira, Inray, and Ura all also go over the side of the boat.
Did they
Yeah,
rope
go.
themselves?
They did rope themselves, yeah.
team.
Okay,
Sorry.
good.
So that's like most of the group just went over, even tied up.
But we're not drowning.
No,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
We don't have to shoot you to save you this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
How does prone work when falling over the edge of a boat? Aren't you just holding onto the boat after you realise where you are and just up on yourself up?
Yeah, that's a good
You
question.
said it knocks you prone and off the edge.
Yes,
But you're technically just hanging.
You're not really
that's fine.
prone.
Yeah.
It's the prone matters for the if you fail the save, but not by a certain amount. Because
Oh,
actually,
okay.
only Inray actually goes over the edge of the boat because Fira and Aura failed, but not by enough to go over the edge. So Inray goes over, the other two do not.
That's actually somewhat important.
Yes.
Okay. So I've got Fira near me, haven't I?
Right. Yeah. So Fira is just on the floor next to you. She stands herself up. Right. So I would like Erebus and Eldoran and then Inray to just make con saves as you get hit by water.
Smashed it.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Yeah, that's fine.
10.
10. That's also fine.
It's
yeah,
fine. This is the tropical waters.
right, you resist the effects of the burning cold. It's also made easier by the fact that you're not fully submerged in it. You're just being struck by waves. What is everyone else doing whilst those guys are? Well, to be fair, Eldoran and Erebus, you guys can pull yourselves back up. That's easy enough to do.
yeah.
Inray was on a slightly longer rope because she wanted to be able to reach people, so she's actually in the water.
I would like to.
And she's wearing plate mail.
I would like to cast a spell.
You can cast a spell.
I'd like to do enhance ability on Par, if
Okay.
you'd allow me.
Go on.
You now have what's the
That's Grace by any chance?
one? Yeah, Cat's Grace. Advantage on dexterity checks. Doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less if it is incapacitated. So point is you have advantage.
Meow, bitch. Okay.
Who's nearby our slightly floundering clerical friend?
She was in the middle.
So can I grab the rope that she's attached to?
Yeah, you can. Yep,
I will grab that and just tug her back up into the fucking boat then.
that's cool. Make an athletics check to pull her back on.
No, Liam. I rolled a 20.
Oh, he's blown up. Oh,
no.
good.
You have to roll a 1.
It's a 1. It's a
It's
1.
Oh, thank
one.
God, he's not
Yeah,
blown
it's
up.
a one.
Okay.
Good.
22.
This would have been a
So,
bad
yeah,
place
that's
to
cool.
go up.
Yep, you yank Inray back on top of the boat. As an FYI, Heart's ability does only last for an hour.
Yeah, that's why I asked how long the journey's supposed to last, because I thought, well, might as well just get started straight off, because I don't know when it's going to be necessary.
That's fair.
So let's get 1/24th of the way slightly more successful.
Okay. But Jack was trying to hold the boat steady as people pulled on. It doesn't matter quite so much, but people did fall off. Now he needs to make a check to see whether or not he can keep controlling the ship.
It's before or after I'm back on deck? Is it before or after I'm back on deck?
It's after everyone gets up,
Then he gets a bonus.
not to his check.
Oh, is it a check?
Yeah, it's a check. Which he fails drastically. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, the check numbers. So,
Yeah, you've got one job, dude.
to be fair,
Drive the boat.
It's really hard to drive right now, and people falling off throws the rigging off, which makes it harder. It's fine. He still carries on forward. He just hits that. Funny. Okay. So the boat moves forwards, and you stumble forward into an area of strange calm within the storm. There's an area which is calm, and whilst you're there, you will feel a sense of calmness. You all feel calm. You don't all feel like there is no danger. So the next series of checks are all made with disadvantage.
I was about to say, I'm worried about this.
Yep.
I'm concerned.
Yeah, so the next series of checks are made with disadvantage. So we'll move on to the next series of checks.
Is Fira a paladin or a warrior?
Fira, she's a champion, technically.
Ah, I was wondering if there were any bonuses like Eldoran's.
No, that only affects saves as well, not checks.
I know. Just,
No bonuses from her. She is a fighter.
oh, fair.
Okay, so I need everyone to make another acrobatics check, but you need to make them now with disadvantage.
Joy of
Oh,
joys.
fuck that.
Didn't you say I had advantage on Dex stuff?
Yeah, so you
Yes.
do a straight
I'm doing
roll.
a straight roll.
You're doing
Okay.
a straight roll.
Oh, bugger.
With disadvantage, I rolled, well, infinity times better.
You say you could only do better, right?
Yeah. Well,
Or the same.
I
Uh-oh.
couldn't have a roll that was legally less than what it was. But I could have rolled a 1. I didn't.
Okay. That's that. Okay, Erebus, what was your result?
14.
14. Let me check. 14. Okay, so you fail, but you only fall prone. You do not go over the edge of the boat.
Wait.
Pa, what did you get?
Oh, I'm on my arse. I got a 7.
Cool, 7. And again, I need you to make another con save as the rope cuts into.
Yep, that's fine. That's 22 again.
Okay, cool. So you will only take. You take 1 point of damage this time.
Ooh.
Cool. Eldoran,
12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You are over the edge. Derek,
10.
you are over the edge, Derek. With no rope.
Whee! Oh, there
God
goes the
damn it.
halfling.
I've got my own rope. I'm carrying a rope. It's just that's my crossbow. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna harpoon yourself back on, alright.
Icarus, what did you get?
9.
9. Okay, you're over the edge. Aegis.
Grouping for the purple helix, I got a 10.
Go Team
You-
Helix.
you
Oh god!
jinxed it.
Oh no! Don't go Team Helix! Don't go!
Following my lead to the end, boys. As I am proud of you.
Which side does he go over?
Yeah, it's at the same side I'm dangling off.
Liam's rolling for side.
I am running for side. Random generating, but the die kept falling off my desk. It's the right side, so it's the side you're
Cool.
on. Unfortunately. Also going over is Fira, Ulra, and Jack, because he actually failed that check. It's the first time he's ever failed that check.
It's over here.
Grab Jack.
Yeah.
I agree. Grab Jack.
Yeah. So I need. So once again.
Wait, who's still on the boat?
No one.
All right. Okay.
I-
We've got the guy with the belt giant strength. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Erebus, Pa, and Inray are on the boat. Everyone else just fell
Swin,
off.
we're on a boat.
And
So, everyone who fell off because you hit the water, I would like you all to make a con save, please.
This with disadvantage still, or?
This is a save, not a check.
Oh, where were you 2 seconds ago? Frickin'.
What, that natural 20?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could have used that nat 20 a minute ago as well.
24.
24, nothing happens to you. Eldoran,
25.
nothing happens
28.
to you. 28. Aegis,
I got 17.
17, you're all fine. What about Fira? She's fine. Ulra might have failed. Ulra has not failed. And Jack. Oh, Jack, I'm pretty sure just failed. Yeah, Jack failed. Okay.
This is the last person I want to fail
So
this.
Jack takes 8 points of fire damage and 2 points of cold damage.
It's fine. I can drive.
Get
Is
Jack
it
back
an
on.
automatic? Is it stick or automatic?
Can you see over the wheel?
Big not.
I can't reach the pedals.
He has to jump up each time just to move
Okay,
it.
right. So
Get one of the other helixes and you can like pedals and steer.
So, Erebus and Par, you guys are still on the boat. What are you doing?
Well, who else went over
Pulling
starboard?
ropes. Pulling every rope that I can reach of people that are off the boat.
Well, because Jack
So-
wasn't tied, was he?
So you can
No.
you can get to Icarus. That is the only person you can get
I
to.
will
Par.
haul Icarus back up then.
Cool. Make
Hey.
an athletics check. No, Jack was not tied to the boat.
Okay, but which way did he go?
I got
over
him.
starboard? Or not? Or...
Everyone would have gone off the same direction, but he's at the back of the boat. You
Hello.
cannot you cannot get to him.
That'll take me a while.
I'm
Not
hoping
even
that
not
I
even a
have
while.
it.
The rope, the slack you have in your rope will not let you get to him.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Would I be able to get anyone?
Icarus, actually, that is literally it. Yeah.
And I've just hauled him up with a 23.
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
you
no,
can
that's
throw
fine.
a rope that's on the ship to him.
Wouldn't you still want to move towards
I
Jack
could
or
just
someone?
untie myself and go over and try and get someone.
Don't do that.
Inray,
Oh.
Because you're the perfect target for my plan. Because you can catch this shit.
Right. Or would it be possible if I load myself down on the rope down the side and then use my staff, my quarterstaff, to see if someone could grab onto it?
there will not be enough movement. There won't be enough slack to get close enough to people. Unfortunately,
Can I make more slack?
you can untie yourself. Whilst you're working out
saying
what
that.
you're going to do, Aura runs to the edge, fortunately because she has more slack, runs to the edge of the boat nearest where Jack is, dives off, and as she does so, she shoots white feathered wings from her back
Yeah, that'll help.
and flies down.
And I'm just hanging there, holding Jack, going, well, that's handy.
You wouldn't have Jack. Jack would be in the water below you. You wouldn't have Jack.
And I have no option of attempting to catch him whilst he falls off next to me.
You both
We
fall,
were standing next to each
yeah,
other.
but you both fall off at the same time. You can't. You wouldn't be able to grab hold of him as you both fall off at exactly the same time.
Okay.
But Ura just flies down and grabs him because she is both strong and fast and can fly, because that is what something Aasimar are able to do. So Jack's fine. Also, Jack is not heavily armored. He doesn't sink because none of his crew wear heavy armor.
Wait, Icarus, why are you falling off? Haven't you got Spider-Man feet?
This is it. Yes, he's got a good point.
Yes.
What happens with this?
So you don't fall off. You just go prone.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt your ankles. But yeah, sure.
Oh,
Do I need the rope?
You don't.
Probably.
No, you don't need the rope. Because yeah,
You're
no, you,
Spider-Man.
yeah, you just walk everywhere.
man, you can
I-
walk down the side of the boat as well.
Technically, yes. That's how I got back on the boat.
So you're just prone, right?
Yeah, I'm just prone. That means Pa didn't actually pull me up.
Yep.
You did something else instead.
There isn't anything else for him to do. But Ulra brings up, Inray brings up Jack. Then she will bring up Eldoran, and then last she'll get Inray, who's just at this point has sunk distance. So
I thought Par pulled in Ray last turn back onto the boat.
Yeah, then she fell off again.
Alright.
She should have gone for
in-
Inray first, because I'm just holding onto the side of the boat and I can climb up myself.
yes, but she also, well, you're partially submerged in water, but also from her perspective, you guys.
Alright, she
There are-
comes to save me, and I tell her to go get her friend and keep pulling myself up the boat.
Okay.
I don't
cool.
need to be lifted. I have 20 strength. I can climb up a boat.
Okay. And she goes and gets Ulra.
I shoot Erebus.
No,
Make an attack roll.
Crit, crit, crit.
24.
That
Where
hits.
is it?
Let's roll
Ross-
damage.
Ross,
Where is it? Why? There's so much in this features and trait now.
You have to roll to whether you catch it, don't you? By
Yeah, there's deflect missile.
1d10 plus your monk level plus your dex.
There it is.
What's your maximum damage, Derek?
My maximum.
Yeah.
Do I roll damage? I thought I rolled damage, and that's what you had to do.
Yeah,
It was
but
the-
if your maximum is equal
Below
to
his
or
minimum.
less than the number he reduces it by, we don't have to roll damage.
Oh, it's my max is 13.
Okay.
Oh, cool. So
So
1d10
yes, you-
plus 10 is 20.
Huh?
What was
He,
it? Oh,
he,
you
he,
got
he
roll
can
it. Yeah.
fail it. He
Yeah, he
can
can
fail
fail
can.
it. Yes, you need to roll damage, and
Yeah.
Sam needs to
it. Damage
roll.
is 9.
Damage is 9. Okay, he can't fail that.
Yeah, because it's the plus 10. Yeah.
Yes, your minimum of
Brilliant.
11 reduction. Cool. So you catch Tagger.
Do you throw it back?
Right.
Spend
I
the key
start
point to
yanking
lob
up.
it back.
Yeet the halfling.
Dear. Okay.
Well, that works.
So that's.
Freaking disadvantage. I've never got it if it wasn't disadvantage.
At the other side, where you are, Aegis, Fira, you guys hit the water, but she helps pull you up on the rope because she's strong. Because you are still attached to short rope, you're not fully submerged.
Mm.
So she pulls herself up whilst also actually pulling you up because she is also hyper strong.
Yeah, I've only got 8 strength, so I could climb a little bit, but
Yeah, no, she pulls you up.
that works.
Okay, then we have to do Jack's check, which is heavily modified. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh Jesus, okay. Cool, that's a fail. What storm do you stumble into? That one. Nice.
I doubt it.
Nice.
Nice for him.
So, as you are moving along, the ship stumbles into another type of storm, and you watch as the sea around you is transmutated into ice, stone, wood, large bit-like chunks of
Biscuit.
yeah, biscuit. There's all sorts of weird, odd things. There are so many odd things that it just gets transformed into. And as it does, it
Everyone
is
make a wisdom save.
No, it's all fine, but it is smashing into the hull of the ship. So the hull is going to take some damage.
Get those doors ready so we can float on them.
There's not enough room for 2. Sure.
That's 20.
One's a halfling,
I
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Mine's a door.
Get off my door!
My door won't take my weight.
Okay, so it's 25 points of damage to the hull, and the ship is slowed down because it is harder for it to move, which means we're going to do an additional check at that DC.
Can I mend that from inside, or do I have to mend it from the outside?
It would have to be probably mended from the outside. It's also
Is it
it's also
above or
lots
below
of.
the line?
Hang on, let me just check mending. 'Cause there's a limit to what it can do.
It's a very small area, but it's
10 foot, isn't it?
Yeah, it can mend, a foot.
Yeah, a foot squared.
Yeah. Okay. So you could sit there and start doing it. But it might not have that much effect overall. But also, it is also mostly on the outside of the ship at this point. I mean,
would,
in that case, can I wander over and mend it?
you can. Most of the damage is below the waterline.
I would rather not go over and mend it.
Yeah, the other bit I was getting to. It's also mostly superficial at this point. Yes.
can I use my control of the winds to make it slightly easier on the ship, like moving,
Not really.
or does it not work in here?
It doesn't work, as you would hope it would. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it worked that well last time, but I
No.
thought I'd check.
That's fine. So as you continue moving, I'd once again like everyone to make acrobatics check. This time without disadvantage, but the enhanced ability would have worn off. Oh, actually, even before that, I suppose it doesn't matter because Icarus, you actually should have had to make a concentration check, but it would have worn off by this point anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I go off.
On my arse again.
What have we got? Fury.
Kitty.
Kitty cat.
Cat.
Okay, Erebus, what did you get?
21.
You are fine. Par
7.
7. Cool. I'd like to make another con save, please.
That's lots. That's 17 plus 7.
24. You
That
take
one.
2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Eldoran,
4.
4. Cool. Derek,
24.
24. You're fine. Icarus,
4.
4. Okay. Aegis,
20.
cool. You're fine. And once again, Fira and Ulra go off. Excuse me. The water levels are lower at this point, though, even though the waves are still striking. Because of the lower water level and the fact that you are falling off on the length of the rope and the fact you're falling off on the opposite side to where the waves are striking, you are not getting submerged in water. So it's not that much of a problem to then go around and for everyone to be hoisted back up and put back on the boat. The main problem is for now Jack.
I'm going to inspire Jack and help him help him.
Okay, cool. It's a D8 your inspiration?
No, it's D6 still.
D6,
I'm only level
cool.
4.
That's right. Okay, yeah, cool. That's like a 24. It's like a 30. So Jack keeps en route and keeps going where he wants the ship going in the right direction.
Your other left.
My left or your left?
Okay.
I don't know, but just list lazily towards it.
Great maneuver.
Mm.
So, as you carry on pushing forward, fortunately, Jack, even in all his ability and his skill to dodge around storms, he can't dodge all of them. And you find yourself swaying underneath a large, unpleasant-looking, purpley black cloud.
This is where we die.
As you
Raining
pass
zombies.
through
It's
it,
raining men.
yes, it starts raining zombies and also spectres and ghouls. And on the boat, you end up with 2 spectres, 6 ghouls, and 6 zombies to fight.
Hey!
That's fine. We've got a cleric now.
Well,
Right.
she's a priest rather than a cleric. She doesn't have.
All right, then the 2 below decks. We just shout below decks. Can you go? One of you guys turn.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
They're undead. They'll hear it.
Oh, you know what? Actually, in fact, do I even want to do the initiative? Because yeah, they might just. Hang on, let me just check what CR they are killing. Because if they're undeads, might just do it. Sound divinity. Yeah, they only have to be able to hear. They would mostly be within 30 feet, and they can be moved to be within 30 feet. Cool. And they will be doing CR2 or lower. I think they're just about to I think they'll just wipe them out. Hang on. And then zombie, yeah. Yeah, and what about you? Yeah. Okay. Cool. You call for them both to use their turn undeads, and they use their turn undeads. Yes.
Doesn't
guys.
Jack have a blood spectre?
Yes, he does.
Did that
but
run away as well?
That's fine. It won't be affected by this.
Okay.
Different CR.
Yeah, it won't be auto-destroyed, but also because reasons it won't be affected.
But armor.
That one ended up being much easier than expected. Aim for the undead ones.
Yes, yeah. So the two clerics works it. They no longer have they only have the one use of it. But you know.
Okay, I thought it was they had multiple divinity. I wasn't sure though.
So they both use their turn undead, and which turns into destroy undead for all the seals and things. So the various things land and start like growling and moaning at you, and then they all just sort of pop out of existence.
Ooh.
Nice.
Just
Oh.
Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So carry on. I would like everyone to make another acrobatics check, please.
Ooh. Oh, that's the same as last time. I'm still on the arse.
Go off again.
My dice like doing acrobatics checks in multiples of 7, apparently. It's either 17 or 7. There's no in between this.
17's not a multi. Never mind.
Erebus, what did you get?
22.
You are completely fine. Par, what did you get?
17.
17. Okay, cool. You are completely fine.
Ooh.
Eldran, what did you get?
3.
3. Yeah, you are over the edge again. Derek,
19.
19. You are fine. Icarus,
I got a 9.
a 9. You are over the edge. Aegis,
Well,
you are prone, but you are not over the edge. Icarus, you don't need to be rolling that much. Your over the edge doesn't actually matter. You just get hit in the face by a wave.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Do I actually need to roll on much of these?
No, for intents purposes, it doesn't actually matter because even the failure, you don't actually move from your position. You just get smacked in the face by a wave.
Then should I not just be trying to help Jack?
Just hold Jack
Maybe.
so he can't go anywhere.
Kind of
Well,
makes more sense.
stand behind him, yeah?
Otherwise,
I mean-
I'm just like this sandbag on top of the thing, getting battered by a wave every now and then. But then
You are helping to hold rigging. Just you can't be moved away from the rigging. So
okay. Then yeah, I'll just keep helping with the rigging.
okay.
Yeah,
so
potentially you might have been more useful if you'd given the shoes to Par and then just gone below decks. Potentially.
Attunement though. Oh,
Ah,
dear.
well.
Oh,
so-
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
okay, so just
Nick,
Eldoran.
when we come back next time, don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Eldoran and Fira over deck. The water levels are low enough that if you don't strike, you just pull yourself back on. That is fine. We do Jack's check. Who smashes it, so he doesn't get off somewhere, which will then lead into everyone else making another set of acrobatics checks, please.
You want me to roll?
Nah, don't worry about rolling.
Uh-oh, I'm getting worse.
I'm still on the same 2 numbers.
Wow. Okay, Erebus.
Oh, I missed that completely. Hold on. Something. 13.
13. You are fine. Par.
17.
17. You are fine. Eldoran. 3. You once again go over, but then just pull yourself back up. Derek.
I'm fine.
Okay. Because you don't roll. Aegis.
11.
11. You fall prone, but you don't go over. Fira next to you goes over though. Once again. But Inrator and Jack remain standing. They are fine. So Eldoran and Fira just pull themselves back up again. Let me see, just Jack get where he needs to go. Jack goes where he needs to go. But unfortunately, in his decisions again, he still has to hit something. So you pass through another transmutation storm, and the hole will take some more damage. No, it won't. It doesn't do enough damage to get through its threshold barrier. So the hold takes no more damage.
It's going suspiciously well.
Why would you say that?
You.
And I would like everyone to make another another acrobatics check, please.
Yeah. Oh my god, a different number!
Okay. Erebus,
9.
9. You fall prone. Par,
15.
you're fine. Eldoran,
7.
you fall prone. You don't go over. Derek,
17.
you're fine. Aegis,
15.
you're fine. If Fira goes over again.
I'm just going to start bracing Fira from now.
And Inra and Jack are fine. It's just really, really unfortunate for Fira. I kept changing the order in which I rolled, no matter which order I rolled them in. It was like, no, Fira's the one that's going to roll like a 3 all the time. She's going over, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Should she be falling over statistically?
No, she shouldn't be.
I'm going to inspire Jack again just to make sure.
Cool. Oh, he needs that. No, no, that's enough. Total of 3 on the dice rolled. Plus modifiers is enough to beat the DC that's left. Fortunately. So as Derek inspires and Eldoran and Fira pulls herself back up and Eldoran just stands up for the first time. You guys break the edge of the storm. And find yourself looking out over.
Is it raining?
Wait,
Yes, I mean it's still raining because it's still a storm around the outside. It's just not the massive magical maelstrom.
Wait, do we get
I
back
think we was asking, is it back to permadrizzle as it has been for
Yeah,
the...
yeah. I mean, it's like we've gone from perma-grey and back to our standard setting of permanently raining. Good, good. I never thought I'd look forward to seeing rain.
Is it, can we speak daylight or is it nighttime?
It's coming up towards sunset.
Because that would be like the first in ages for us.
Ah,
Well,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Carla!
I mean, it does have that, as you were passing through the storm, like almost as soon as you crossed over there, you would have started gradually getting colour back. It wasn't like an instant thing.
Yeah.
It was over time, colour started to like bleed back into your
Cool. Well, we
surroundings.
get to see the sunset. Lovely.
Yeah, and then as you break the storm, you are suddenly able to see the various colours of the clothing and the ships and whatnot.
Cool. I'm keeping my eyes on the sky for the moon.
Cool. Oh yeah, hang on, let me work that out.
Yeah.
Bear
Been a while.
Bear with.
What a while.
It's been a while.
He starts tearing the crew to shreds.
Hey man, I have 2 potions left to suppress it. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we survived this storm. Oh no, where Tiger?
Nom 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 nom.
Yep. We let the fox loose in the chicken.
Okay. Because I was updating this as we go. Oh, you are lucky, is what you are.
Oh.
So you look up at the moon and you think you're maybe 1 or 2 nights past the full moon.
Yes. Got ages. Oh man, that was planned.
Nicely fucking dodged.
Ooh, jammy.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
Cool.
Has Jack ordered his crew out now?
Jack does get his crew back out now. They can take over sailing properly. There's no threat of them dying. Fira kind of comes over to you guys and it's just a bit like,
Yes.
I didn't sugarcoat it.
Yes, that was intense.
There was less swimming this time.
Far less swimming.
I assume because of the rope.
Yes.
Yep.
That was us learning from our past mistakes.
That's a good thing to do.
We didn't even have to use Derek's ridiculous harpoon idea.
But, well, kind of. I caught the end of it.
Oh, did you? Oh, I didn't see that.
Still works.
It
That's all
does
I'm
still
saying.
work.
I think I was swinging at the time.
I'm going to I'm going to untie my rope from my crossbow bolt,
Yep.
and I'm going to retie it to the side of the boat, and I'm going to lower myself down under the water and start doing mending on the hull.
That's cool. Okay. If you spend, probably have to spend like a good 40 or so minutes to do to mend, but it is mostly superficial. It's just lots of bits all over the place.
I will cut that time in half for him by helping.
That's cool. The hole took a whole 25 damage from its 300 hit points.
Yeah, but you still said we're slowed, but we're now on the wrong side of the island. We've got to go all the way back around the island to get back to,
No, you won't be on the. You're not completely the wrong side. Because you basically came in at the south side and then you left sort of east by southeast. So you're more or less the right place. It's just going to extend the journey a little bit on your way out, on your way back. Jack gets his crew up. You guys are welcome to do as you wish. Fira checks, actually, Inray checks on the, and Ura for that actually, check on the Aasimar to check that okay. Fira comes to speak to you guys, and Jack is like, so what's the plan now?
Port. Home.
It's 2 days from Shroudwind, roughly. Would you say? Or is...
Jack looks up and then speaks to his first mate. Yeah, say about 2 days, maybe a day and a half. We're in a slightly different position to where he came in. It took us. Sorry, no, it'll be 3 days. About 2.5 days, because it took us 2 days to get to where we were before. We're not quite in the same place. But yes, I reckon. I reckon 2.5 days. We didn't suffer anywhere near the damage we did on the way in. None of the fireball stuff.
As I say, we didn't go under any ridiculous meteor ones this time.
Or blood spectres.
Well, to be fair, the blood spectres were outside of the storm. So, potentially we'll still encounter some of those, but I imagine the Eldritch Fog has passed on by now.
Hopefully.
Yes. Well, we're in a different position. I can make do more of a movement to get around it, if necessary. Where exactly are you intending to head?
Back to Shroudwind?
we can either go to Shroudwind, or there was another port down close to Jotunheim, wasn't there?
I figured Shroudwind, because then
Shroudwind.
you get back home.
Oh,
And we
yeah,
get to
no,
see
I'm,
Throndrake
Yeah.
briefly before getting back home.
I'm going. This ship is going back to Shroudwind. I was paid to take you to and from the island in the storm from Shroudwind, so that's where I'm going. I was just curious as to where your
fair.
plan is. So you're going back to Jofrime afterwards.
Yep.
In the longer term, yes.
Okay. And you said Throndrake's at Shroudwind.
Well,
I believe so.
He's still there. That is where we left him.
Okay.
Or where he said he was going to go.
Hmm.
Well, we left him in Jofrime, and he said he was going to Shroudwind.
Technically, he left you in Jofrime, but
Whatever.
for semantics.
6 of 1.
I'm going to get some rest myself. I suggest you probably want to do the same. Get yourself set up. My first mate's going to be in charge of the day shift. The night shift, not the day shift. We just did the day shift.
You definitely need some rest.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's been a long time since I've been knocked off my own boat.
Again, I didn't see that happen either.
Yes, right at the start.
What's called
I was on my ass
job?
for a lot of the start, so that makes sense.
Okay. He doesn't head below deck. He heads to his captain's quarters, which are on the upper deck.
There's a period of like 15 seconds where he walks off, and then Pa suddenly has an idea and needs to go and talk to him, and sort of leads him away from the rest of the group quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, can I have a moment, please, before you go to sleep? Sorry, I've just had a thought occur to me, and this
Sure.
is completely unrelated to the rest of the day. I'm just wondering if in your travels you haven't seen a certain ship, and then I describe that ship.
Yep, I know what ship you mean.
Yeah.
No, I've never encountered it. I've heard rumor of it, but I've never encountered it.
Oh, you've heard of it?
Yes,
What have you heard?
not much. Normally, that people don't survive seeing it. I've only heard the rumors that people don't mind speaking in front of a madman.
That's not the rumor I've heard. If you'd like, I can give you some more details on it.
Meh. Maybe. I'll think about it. It's not my intent to encounter it, and I don't
Oh,
think...
no, absolutely not. I'm not saying you should go and hunt for it. I'm just worried that if you do happen to run into this absolute fucking menace on the water, I can help you deal with it.
To be fair, I can do a pretty good job of getting away from most ships.
Yes, but you're in complete control of your own ship at the time.
Yeah, this is true. Maybe I will think about it.
Either way, now is not the time for this conversation.
Yes, I am. Yes. Have a good night.
You too.
He heads off to his quarters for a rest. What are the rest of you doing, if anything?
I'm going to ask Eldoran if he can get rid of my cough.
What's wrong with him? Are you
So
corrupt?
I've got 2 corruption points, so I just cough.
Yeah. I'll deal with those. You have no corruption.
Okay.
Do you have any holy left for me?
I have 1 point of holy left for you.
Amazing.
I've got 2 corruption points. Does that get rid of one or both?
1.
Okay. I still unclean.
There are other.
Yeah, you've still got a corruption, so yeah.
Good.
I would like to talk to whichever of the Aasimar is in charge. I can't remember. It's
Fira.
Fira. So, we'll be returning to a port city that is, well, to us, somewhat lawless. How to put it kindly? In the midst of a change in political winds, and, well, you're obviously free to settle there if you wish, or you can join us as we traverse the continent back to our city of Joffrine, which is known as the capital city of this continent, and maybe slightly better for you, unless, of course, you're planning to return to your own plane.
When you say the political winds are changing and it's a town of lawlessness, in what way are they changing?
We may have slightly helped a coup d'etat before leaving. It was previously run by a vampire, or, well, someone imbued with vampiric powers. And now one of the numerous pirate clans is in charge.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And is the town entirely formed of pirates?
By and large. But, well, obviously they've got... Their main
Apart from the
business is
slaves.
their main industry is seafaring, and it's related sort of secondary and tertiary
Industries.
So, yeah, I know. I used a different word, then someone interrupted me and I had to start the sentence again. So there are other groups there, but they are all interlinked due to the nature of the settlement.
Did Derek say slaves?
Derek's not there really, is he?
Cool. No, that's fair.
Just Derek shut.
Are there slaves?
Yeah, there were
I don't
slaves.
remember slaves. Oh,
Yeah, and anyone who wasn't a pirate was forced to work in whatever manner they could work.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
okay.
That's why they were in fighting pits, because
Yeah.
they kind of got freedom if they won, or you die.
Well, that was
Yeah,
also looking for
Eldran,
the
they never use the word slaves, but
invented
indentured.
servers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I didn't hear that, so
It was if you had a transferable skill to do with shipbuilding, then you went and did that, and if you didn't, you either went to the fighting pits or you went into a brothel. That was essentially their entire thing,
I'm good.
unless you were part of a pirate crew.
Or you have.
I think that's why we didn't tell Eldran, so you didn't go around spiting everyone.
Probably, yeah. That'd be why I didn't hear that part.
I must deliver justice. No, calm down.
Very well. Well, maybe we'll put our focus there.
I'm sure there is much good that you could bring about for them.
I would say so. Plus, if you say the journey to this Joe Frime is some distance, I do not think that is something I wish to push my men through further. They have been through a lot in a short space of time, and I think they would need some time to recuperate.
Yes, it's a few weeks of travel. But my hometown is also nearby. Should you need somewhere to rest up with safety and without worry for cost, that wouldn't be a problem.
Wow. We shall see what occurs at. What was this port? What did you say this port city was called?
Shroudwind.
Shroudwind. Wonderful name.
It's apt. I sort of just point to the clouds and the wind.
Okay. Cool. Anyone else doing anything before resting?
Having a chat with Icarus
Cool.
about certain collectibles.
Okay.
Well, we got through. That was good. I guess you got your part that you needed.
Yes, that's. I doubt I'd be able to find it anywhere else.
That was quite fortunate that they ambushed us in that way.
Yes.
Speaking of which, check your pockets for it.
Snitched.
Don't steal from the party, dude. That's not
Ow.
cool.
I'm gonna guess this isn't a weird way of bragging that you've taken it. So,
Nope.
Where
no
is
need
it?
for it.
Do you know?
Yeah, I do. One of your purple helix friends. You can probably take a guess
Hey,
at
Jess.
which one.
Damn Aegis.
About yay big.
When? When we were on the ship or before that?
No, when we were camping out on the island.
So, did you just let him, or did you pretend not to see?
No, everyone was sleeping at the time. It probably would have caused more commotion.
So you caused it.
Yeah, you know, if we made a loud noise, we probably would have drawn attention to ourselves.
Oh, yes.
But
It's
not exactly fair to take something from people, especially that we're all friends here. He had his reason to take it.
which was
It's probably best that you asked him yourself.
Oi, halfling! Get over here!
Oi, halfling. I have a name.
And I have belongings which shouldn't be taken.
Uh-huh.
Have the iPad, please.
No,
Why?
because you can't be trusted with it.
And what makes you say that I can't be trusted?
Because you want to do a ritual. The last time you did a ritual, you destroyed a forest and sunk a library into the ground or whatever the hell happened to it. So, before I can let you perform a ritual again, we need to get approval from Lyle.
So all I have to do is go up to is request from Erlyle that I
No,
can
no,
pass
no, no,
this.
no, no. You do nothing. I'm going to make this happen for you. Don't worry about it.
The power play.
Oh, I'm quite happy to accompany you during this. It's only right that we.
I think you should let me do the talking. I think if you start with, so I did a ritual and I destroyed a library and just half a forest, and now I want to do another one. I think she's gonna just destroy the eyeball in front of you. I think you need to let me do the talking on this one. I know, Lyle, I'm her apprentice.
This is me actually trying to think now. Who knows about this whole ritual thing?
Well, Lyle's going to pretty soon,
Yeah.
so
Then
So-
I'm trying to think if Erlyle already knows or not.
So people, the only people who know are people that you have told, as far as you're aware.
As far as I'm aware, I didn't really want to tell anyone because I
Yeah.
had no reason to.
So, and obviously the druid, they know. Weirdly enough.
I think he kind of figured that one out.
Yeah, he definitely put 2 and 2 together to make 4.
I was lying there in the middle of the crater.
Yep. So yes, as far as you're aware, it's only people that you have told who know about the first attempt. And now even the second thing.
I promised you, Icarus, I swear to you, if Lyle tells me to give you the eyeball back, I will do so.
So, if she says no, then what happens?
I don't know.
You're just gonna let whatever happens end up staying destroyed. You're not gonna try and let me reverse it. You're not gonna let me repair anything. You're not gonna let me make amends. You're just gonna be, all right, person said no, so I'll never do it. Is it for you to decide that?
How do you know you're doing the right thing?
By making amends, I'm doing the wrong thing?
Okay, you found a ritual in a book. And this ritual destroyed the library, destroyed the forest. Correct? That's what you told me. That simple?
I'd argue more it was the corruption within the ley lines that destroyed it, but through technicality, yes.
Where did you find this second ritual? Where did you find this corrective ritual? In a book?
There's Temple of Iron was it also in Joffrine?
That was in Jofron, yeah.
Okay, so in terms of you performing rituals out of books, you are 0 for 1.
That you know of. You really think that was the first thing I did at that library? I walked in and go, ooh, this one looks like fun, and then decided to blow up half a forest.
That's the story you told me, so I assumed that was how it went down.
Important part. I went through there, I read through them, I learned from them, and I steadily grew as I experimented, trying various ones. Many of them didn't really do much, if anything. A few of them just it was a variety of spells and rituals. This one tapped into something completely unfathomable.
Right. What did you expect it to do? What did the ritual say it was going to do? What did you think was going to happen when you completed the ritual?
Do you remember?
I'm pretty sure this one didn't actually say what it was going to do. It was something.
It did. This was the one that was meant to create a very small, localized storm within a barrier.
Oh yeah, that was right. That's what it started
that
with.
was what it was meant to do. It's supposed to create a little.
Wait, you trying to make an actual snow globe?
I was trying to make a storm in a bubble.
Yeah, storm in a bubble. Like, yeah.
Amazing.
But,
in a library? Okay.
It was about
It's
this
in a
big.
bubble. It
Yeah.
would never escape. It was something the size of your hand. If you imagine a crystal ball, it's just got a storm inside it.
Uh-huh.
I said many of these spells were all minor things, but I think a combination of the location of the library, the corruption within the ley lines, and
Just a question on that, Chris. Have you had random explosions of magic before, as in like the weird beard and the blowing bubbles, prior to doing all this experimentation?
that's a sorcerer side effect.
Right. So do you reckon that probably had a part to play in this small tiny bubble being so harmful?
Potentially, but as far as I know, it shouldn't have. It would never have gone to that extent on its own.
Right.
Yeah.
Does it have to be yourself that does this ritual?
I prefer to do it myself.
Can it be done by yourself and multiple other magic users?
I was given ample research time, and then potentially, yes, you'd be able to
So that might
assist
make
me
it
with it.
potentially safer. Have people on standby to, suppress it should it go wrong.
Just to add on that, just in case that was also the mind, the ritual you found specifically requires multiple people to assist.
Cool.
The correction one, yeah.
Yes, yeah. It
Right.
requires multiple people. It can't happen or by yourself.
I
No, I
would
understand.
actually need the help of people around me in order to achieve this.
Right.
Again, I wouldn't expect to do it completely single-handedly.
But, definitely a lot safer.
Icarus, I'm a follower of Ioun. I love books. I love libraries. I want to see this library restored as much as you do. It sounds like a wonderful place. I would like to spend a lot of time there reading these books. But you have found a ritual and you don't know what it does really, or it says it does something, but given your track record, I just want to double check things out. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. This is just one ingredient of many that you don't have.
Yeah.
The ingredient is still we still harvested it. It's still here. It still exists. if Alio confiscates it until she's happy with whatever this ritual is, then so be it.
But you're still deciding to withhold it.
Yeah.
I would love a bit of faith and trust, considering this is my track record is one from something which you haven't really seen me keep with that track record as such since we've been there.
You are a very powerful spellcaster. You saved the lives of the mountains by banishing those two Sorosworn. There's no question of that. But I don't know what this ritual does. I have not read this ritual. I don't understand this ritual. And given your track record, perhaps you don't understand what you're doing with rituals from books. You understand you understand my caution.
Understand the caution fully. Maybe you should have a good read of your own book before you start questioning me, though. As I hand the book back to him and say, "Tell me when you've caught up." A bunk down to sleep.
Eldoran, 3 3s.
Fold.
Anything else?
So we were told we had 1 day to get off the island.
Yep.
But it took us X number of days to sail through the storm because of the time dilation.
Yeah, because of the time dilation. Yeah.
So looking back at the island, has anything changed? Can
no,
we see anything different?
You can't like, once you're on the outside of the storm, you can't even see an island in the center of it.
Okay.
Nothing's changed. It's just this boiling, frothing mess of waves and fire and lightning and zombies.
Okay.
I do ask the people before I go to sleep, has anyone thought to tell the Aasimar that Jack's going to start acting mad about half a day outside the city?
Oh, no, I'd forgotten about that. Well, we'll go find Fira.
Oh, why spoil the fun?
Not
Just
sure
in
they'd
case I try and
appreciate it.
fix him.
You find Fira. It's not hard because they're on the same level that you guys are. You're all sleeping in the same place.
One more thing.
Jackie.
Thank you. Jack may well rejoin his outward persona as a completely insane person when we're back near land. Don't worry, he's completely compos mentis and quite talented. It's for his own benefit as much as anything else. So yeah, if he starts acting odd and less sane than a half-sane beetle or something, don't worry, it's normal.
It's normal for him to be insane.
He's not well, I don't think he's actually insane. But he's rather talented at acting as if he were. And, well, everyone leaves him well alone, which I believe is the entire premise of his madness.
There's a method to his madness.
I see.
Madness to his method, more like.
Yes, no, that is a good thing to tell me in advance. Madness was a side effect of the corruption, so it is good to know that when he does it is his intent to appear mad, not that he has been corrupted to go mad.
Indeed, there is no need for you to attempt to fix him.
Wonderful.
Right, I shall let you rest.
Yes, and I shall let my men know that there is a mad, not mad captain on the ship.
Have fun.
Yeah, which she goes round and does. Which has an interesting effect on the Aasimar, because they're all just a bit like, what? Everyone beds down for a long rest. You sleep as peacefully as you can on a boat, which is not necessarily the nicest of things to sleep on. And Yep, you get the benefits of a long rest. We will take that opportunity to have a quick little break. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. That is the end of part 1. Stay tuned. We'll be back with part 2 momentarily.